Hello friends, welcome back to the new student lecture video from Subras Biology, and in this class we will study about the fungus or example of a fungus. And in the last classes we are discussing about this mycology topics, and in the first class we have discussed about the classification of this fungi as this is the first one is the yeast like, mold and the dimorphic, and in the last class we have discussed about the example of a yeast like fungus, and that is the Candida albicans. But today we will discuss about Aspergillus. So in this class we will see how this mold, the Aspergillus is the example of mold. This is the third type of classification of fungi. So we will see that how this mold, a type of fungus, will transform into an opportunistic pathogen in our body, and this aspergillosis disease is caused by the fungus Aspergillus. So in this class we will also see the morphology, lab diagnosis, pathogenesis and also treatments for this Aspergillus. So first of all we should know there are variety of species of Aspergillus is there. So but from all these, Aspergillus fumigatus is the important species, right? So and other important species are also there. They are called as Aspergillus niger, Aspergillus flavus. So these are other important species. But so before we start, what is its introduction, morphology, right? So if you are new to my channel, then subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends, and comment me in the comment section that which video you will be taught in the next class. So what are your suggestions? What is this Aspergillosis? Aspergillosis is a disease which is caused by a mold, a type of fungus, and which is caused by the Aspergillus, right? So this Aspergillus have three very important species: Aspergillus fumigatus, Aspergillus niger, Aspergillus flavus, right? So if we'll see the just introduce this, what is this Aspergillosis or Aspergillus? This Aspergillus is ubiquitous in nature. So what is this ubiquitous means? Ubiquitous means it can live everywhere, in soil, water, food materials and also the decaying matter. So it can live everywhere. So this is ubiquitous in nature. So this word ubiquitous, we have to remember this. And if we will see its lab diagnosis, so lab diagnosis means first we should see what are the specimen we should collect for this Aspergillosis disease, right? So Aspergillus is the species or is the fungus which cause the disease Aspergillosis. So Aspergillosis is a disease. So if we will see the specimen we should collect for this disease Aspergillosis, that is the sputum. The main is the, because as this creates respiratory diseases, so first we should collect sputum, and next we can go for biopsy, and we can also take bowel fluid. So what is bowel fluid? BAL, bronchoalveolar lavage. So alveoli, which is related to lungs. So as this creates respiratory disease in our body, so we collect sputum as well as this bowel fluid alveoli which is present in the lungs, right? So we collect all these specimens, and then without staining we can go for direct microscopy. So on direct microscopy we can see this unstained direct microscopy of Aspergillus. We can see non-pigmented septate hyphae. So what is this hyphae? So in the last video we have discussed about what is hyphae, mycelia. So just recall this in one word or one sentence. So this hyphae is the one part of this mycelium or the mycelia. So this one room, one chamber, one room. So this is the hyphae. So what is septa then? So this hyphae, they are interconnected to form a mycelia. So the interconnection of the between these two hyphae is the striation is there. So this is the septa. So we can differentiate between this septa and aseptate. So septate hyphae and aseptate hyphae. Septate hyphae means which have striations in the mycelium, and aseptate hyphae means which don't have any striations in the mycelium, as you can see here. So we can see on direct microscopy we can see non-pigmented septate hyphae. So this is the characteristic of Aspergillus. And if we will stain on biopsy, we can stain. So we can stain like HE stain. So HE stain is the hemotoxylin and eosin stain, and also the PAS staining to see the characteristic structure of hyphae, right? Because this is the important characteristic of this mold Aspergillus. So if we will see its culture, means how to culture or how to grow this Aspergillus in our lab. So the best culture media for this Aspergillus is the SDA agar or the Sabidus dextrus agar. So it shows, so as we have seen, there are varieties of species of Aspergillus are there. Aspergillus fumigatus, Aspergillus flavus, Aspergillus niger. So they show a different color or different colony on this SDA agar, and we will see this. So this Aspergillus niger, they show a black colony, and Aspergillus fumigatus, they show a green colony, and Aspergillus flavus, they show a golden yellow pigment. So by seeing this color of this SDA agar, we can also differentiate between the variety of species of this Aspergillus. So when this clinical specimen inoculated on SDA plate or the SDA agar without cycloheximide on 25 degrees Celsius, so after 1 to 2 days they will show a characteristic velvety powdery surface on SDA agar. So these colonies are pigmented. So as I am discussing that they will show a colored pigment on SDA agar, this green color, black color, golden yellow color, and there are also maybe other colors are also there. They are the other species of Aspergillus, but we are discussing about the 3 important species of this Aspergillus. Before going to the pathogenesis of this Aspergillosis, so first let's talk about what is how this Aspergillus causes the disease Aspergillosis by inhalation of spores, right? So this Aspergillus, they do have the spores or the Aspergillus conidia of the mycelial fragments which are present in the fungus or which is present in the air, soil, and also the matter where there is fungus. So this conidia, Aspergillus conidia, or you can say it as the spores, they cause diseases in our body. When? So in case of immunocompromised patients or the people having the weak immune system, because normally we breathe in the spores of Aspergillus, we don't feel sick. But in case of immunocompromised patients, when they will inhale the spores of this Aspergillus, they will become sick, because this is the opportunistic pathogen. So this opportunistic pathogens means they can find opportunity to go into the body and make diseases. There are 3 clinical forms of this Aspergillosis disease. So first one is the respiratory disease, and second one is the invasive Aspergillosis, and third one is the superficial infections. So let's talk detail about these diseases. This is the classification of clinical systemic Aspergillus, respiratory diseases, and which includes Aspergillus asthma and invasive Aspergillosis, which occurs mainly the people having weak immune system, and the third is the superficial infection, which is sinusitis, mycotic keratitis, otomycosis. This is the clinical classification of systemic Aspergillus. Next, if we will move to its treatment. So the first line treatment for invasive Aspergillosis is voriconazole, and the alternative treatments include lipid amphotericin formulations, fluconazole, itraconazole, caspofungin, and micafungin. So these are the treatment for this Aspergillosis disease. So this video is helpful for you. This is the end of this Aspergillosis disease, and if you have any doubt, you can comment me in the comment section. Be free, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because this channel provides you the biology related subjects every week.